Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video that I didn't do last sale. This is all about the Priceline half price cosmetic sale, and it is actually starting tomorrow, which is the 31st of July, the Tuesday, and going to Thursday, the 2nd of August. Typically these sales have only gone for 2 days, but this week we're getting 3 days worth of half price cosmetics. Yeah, I'm gonna share with you what I recommend, what I've tried, what I think I would like to try or buy. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a haul because I only really want a couple of things and I can't really do a haul with like 3 things, you know what I mean? But anyway, I am going to just jump right in and share with you my thoughts. I'll start with primer. So there are a couple of primers that I would recommend. Some new ones that have hit the market since, I don't know, the last sale or even potentially the sale before are the L'Oreal primers. Now they look like this. So this is the mattifying primer and then this is the luminizing primer in the holographic packaging. I really love these. This one here kind of makes you look like a Tin Man, but once you put on your foundation, it probably needs to be at least medium to full coverage. Otherwise, if it's just a light coverage, you'll look way too glowy. But this one is really beautiful, makes your skin glow, obviously. And then the mattifying one has a bit of like a silicone feel to it, like it smooths out your skin. These primers I have been using on the regular. Another primer that I have fallen in love with this year is the NYX Angel Veil primer. This one is a skin perfecting primer and yeah, blurs everything out. I don't know, like has that silicone feel to it, but it gives you a little bit of a glow as well. An oldie but a goodie is the NYX Photo Loving Primer. Really love this one. It's another smoothing primer. I tend to love the smoothing primers just because I have a bit of texture in my skin, fills in the pores, and yeah, makes the foundation go on a lot smoother. So yeah, these are the primers that I would recommend. Foundation, I only have 3. The first one is the NYX Total Control Foundation. I filmed a first impression on it and I don't think I've put it up as yet, but I really like it. Now this is the color 11. It's quite yellow, but I feel like they have a good range of colors in this foundation. But yeah, I do like that one for coverage. It is great. Longevity, it's not too bad as well. Another foundation that I have been using non-stop has been the Maybelline Superstay. I am an OG Superstay lover. Like honestly, but this formulation is, I don't know if it's as good as the first one, but it's pretty good. The coverage is great, the longevity is great. The shade range, however, is not so great from my experience. I've got 3 shades here. I know that they're a bit dirty, but I've got 21 Nude Beige, which is kind of like a pinky tone. Then I've got Ivory, which is not ivory at all. And then I've got 34 Soft Bronze. Ivory works when I have like just a bit of tan left, or like I can kind of make it work when I'm maybe 3rd day tan to hardly any tan. And then Soft Bronze is when I am pretty tanned, and then I mix in a little bit with Nude Beige, depending on the kind of variation of tan I am. But yeah, really love this one and it works really well in humidity. I wore it when I went to Bali at the end of last year and it would last all day really well. Okay, so the last foundation that I would recommend is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. I have a few shades as well. This one is Light Sand and it works when I basically have no tan on, but it's not light enough for me to be completely Milky Joe, if you know what I mean. Then I have Golden Sand, which is probably tan fading to a light tan. And then I have 32 Amber. Now this is really dark. So this would be like when I'm marinating in tan all day. And I also do have 24, but I feel like 24, it's not quite the right tone. Like it's a little bit red or something. I don't know. But my favorite color is probably 21 Golden Sand. Great coverage. Longevity is good, really quick and easy to apply. Only thing is, apply this with a brush. Do not attempt with a beauty sponge. Okay, concealer. So I have a few here. Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. Now I use the color Tan Light. There is, I think it's 15 Fair. I think I have that open as well, just because this one was running out. And I actually am not a fan of that color. I much prefer Tan Light. I feel like it has a bit more coverage and it just counteracts better with my dark circles, if you know what I mean. This one I use on the regular, on a daily basis to work. Has really good coverage. You can build the coverage up depending on how much product you use, but I love it as an under eye concealer. The next one, do you know what? I really do like this concealer, but I honestly haven't used it in a while. I hope that they still have it. It is the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer, and I have the shade Ivory. This one is kind of like the LA Girl concealer. So you squeeze it out and then you put it underneath your eyes, but it has really good coverage in it. But yeah, as I said, I haven't used it in a while, but I'm kind of running out. So I think that that's why I haven't used it. Okay, some other concealers. Now, I haven't had enough time with this concealer, but this is the new L'Oreal True Match Concealer. I have the shade 3DW. This one isn't actually light enough for me to use underneath the eyes in the way that I would like to. It kind of is the same color as my skin. So if anything, I would pick up a lighter shade in this one if they did have it available, just because I do want to test it out further. But so far it seems okay, but I think I need to test out the right shade because I like the Fit Me better, I think, than the True Match. The other True Match product that I like is this crayon concealer. Now, this is really good for blemishes. So you just like paint it on, then just blend it out with your finger, and it comes in a really good shade range as well. Okay, I do actually want to mention the Model's Own Flawless Color Correcting Concealer Palette. Now, this one has the 4 shades. I only use this side with the green and the peach. The green I put on my pimples or redness and it corrects them, and then I apply my foundation and concealer over the top, and I find that they are less noticeable with the green corrector. And then I've been using this peach corrector underneath my eyes before I put on my concealer, and I've been using that. I haven't used the pink or the purple. I don't even know what they're meant to be used for, but I do really like this product. And this is something that I would take traveling because then I have both concealers with me. But for the corrector, I always recommend this one, the NYX Dark Circle Eraser Corrector. Love that corrector. I actually need to open up a new one, but I've been trying to like go through my collection and use what I've already got open. So that's why I've been using this one a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna mention these 3 products next. Australia's Lighting Drops. I have been using these quite a bit lately. My tan isn't, I just haven't felt the need to be as dark of a tan as I used to be. So some of my foundations might be a little bit too dark for me. So I have been reaching for this one and mixing it in with my foundations, especially my high-end full coverage foundations, like my Huda Beauty, my Dior Skin Forever foundation, those 2 especially, and there's a few others as well. But I would recommend picking these ones up. I know a few other brands have these out. They all do the same thing. They lighten your foundation. And then this one I have tried, however the next one I haven't, but this is the Australis Liquid Strobe Illuminating Drops in Gold. Love these. I like to either mix them in with my foundation or put them on like the high points of my cheek and then blend it out with a beauty sponge. But yeah, these are really, really gorgeous. I love these. However, these new ones are on the market and I haven't tried these out yet. So these are the L'Oreal Glow Mon Amour. These are highlighting drops. And my friends have tried these out and they're like, oh my God, Crystal, you need to try them out, but I'm saving it for first impressions. These look absolutely insane, especially compared to these when you put these side by side. Like this looks like trash. No, I'm joking, it doesn't look like trash, but you know what I mean? Like this looks like insane. So yeah, I haven't tried these out, but I've heard really good things about them. Wanted to mention them. iBase Model's Own. This is the iBase in 01 matte. Really like this product, and you know, it's a nice affordable eye base. Powders, you know that I love my Australis Fresh and Flawless, which I always recommend and I still do recommend. However, I'm gonna bring up a few other different ones. The Savvy Pressed Powder. This is the Natural Finished Pressed Powder in Sand Beige. This is a really great one if you have a fake tan on. I actually used it today on myself. This one's running a bit low, so I need to open up a new one, but I'm just, you know when it gets to the end and you're like, oh, I'll keep scraping. Still got a little bit left. The other one that I have been absolutely loving is the NYX No Filter Pressed Powder. This one is in Honey Beige and it is so nice. This shade is for when I do have a deep tan on. But yeah, it actually looks so nice. It gives that like special like, yeah, no filter effect, like blurring effect, which is really good. Under eye setting powder, the Rimmel Perfect Match powder. I use this underneath the eyes. It's a translucent powder, so it's not going to change color, and it's good for baking underneath the eyes, as well as doesn't give flashback. Okay, I do want to talk about these two products. These are new from L'Oreal. Look, to be honest, their whole new range is amazing. Like, they've come out with some really bomb products. So here I've got the Back to Bronze bronzer. Just looks like this. Oh, I think it has a little bit of a scent. This is in O2 Sunkiss, and this is such a nice natural bronzer. It's not too strong, so don't think it's going to be super pigmented like the Too Faced chocolate bronzers. It's not like that at all. It's actually, you have to like get quite a lot of products, but it's good for when you do have quite fair skin. It matches quite thin, and if you're going for like a quite natural kind of look, it's perfect for that. I really do enjoy this bronzer. Bronzers are really hard to find, and it's a matte one too. Life's a Peach blush. This smells amazing, and it's actually so beautiful. I would recommend trying this blush. I love the color, and even though it's quite peach, like, it's actually quite versatile on so many skin tones as well. I do want to recommend the Essence Get Picture Ready, and I don't know if this is a limited edition one or not, but this is actually a really nice contour palette, and for the price, and then it being half price, is actually pretty good. I typically mix these two colors. I don't apply them separately, and then I contour and bronze around. I shape my face with it, and then you can use this one underneath the eyes if you need, or to just, you know, highlight a certain area. I really do enjoy this one for the price. Okay, another product from the L'Oreal new range. This is their Glow palette. So it comes with the 4 highlighters. I've got a mix of these two front ones on today, but let me just tell you, these are freaking amazing. They've done so well with these highlights. Like, finally, there's good highlights in the drugstore, in Priceline. Like, really happy about this. So I would recommend picking this one up to add to your highlight collection if you are a highlight fanatic, which I know there's a lot out there. Brows are a really funny one for me. I typically use the Benefit Car Brow like religiously, like I have no need to use anything else, and maybe like a bit of a pencil, like a Zoeva one or an Eye of Horus one just at the ends. I do have the NYX one, but I don't even reach for it. I don't even know where it is. Like, I just reach for one out of my like little thing, and whatever it is I use. If I were going to purchase a pomade for my eyebrows from Priceline, I would choose the Ardell pomade. Tried quite a few, like I've tried the NYX, the L'Oreal, and I've tried other brands, but yeah, this one seems to work the best in my opinion. Now, this is the blonde, and it is quite dark, so just keep that in mind. The shades do run quite dark, although mine's probably a few years old, so I don't know if they fixed their shade range, but that would be my pick. Mascara, I've got 2 that I have been loving, and they, yeah, I think I mention them every video like this. Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express Mascara. I love this mascara. It's really nice. The only thing is, it is quite, because it's not super wet, it does tend to dry out quite quickly, but it is a really good mascara if you wanted to try a new one. And then I use the L'Oreal Lash Architect Waterproof 4D. This has been my friend the past couple of months, to be honest. I have had days where I've gone to work and I've been a mess and I've been crying at work or whatever, and this doesn't budge. I've had a few things going on, and I haven't been able to, I'm an emotional kind of person. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and this has got me through the tough times. So yeah, these 2 mascaras I would love. Obviously this one's not waterproof, but it doesn't actually tend to transfer like, you know, around my lashes. But yeah, this one is bomb. Eyeshadow. Australis Neutralize eyeshadow palette. Now, this isn't like my favorite eyeshadow palette in the world, but I feel like for Priceline, this palette should make everyone else step up their eyeshadow game, I feel. I really liked it. However, the colors are, they're all quite similar, especially the mattes. Like, there needs to be different kind of variation of a few different ones, but this is a great starter palette. And even if you're a bit more than starter palette, like it's a really, really lovely palette. I used this one for a few weeks. So yeah, I really do like this one. And one that I haven't tried, and I think it's limited edition, so they might not even have it anymore, but it's this Models Prefer Sunsetter palette. I don't know if you can get it anymore, but it's kind of like a little bit of a dupe for the Huda palettes. I don't even know what the Huda palette looks like because I don't have it. But yeah, it looks like this, and I think for getting these shades in the drugstore, like it's a pretty good palette from what I've heard. There are, I think, more shimmer shades than matte shades, but there's still some pretty good matte shades, and I wish that they were kind of like a deeper shade in there, like a, you know, like a darker burgundy, a matte burgundy, or a dark brown, that kind of thing. But anyway, if you see this, you might like to grab it. I haven't actually tried it, but I've heard good things about it. Some other Models Prefer things to look out for. They have some new brushes coming out. So I don't know if these are in store yet, but I would imagine so. So these ones, I'm pretty sure that all the Models Prefer brushes are synthetic, which is a really good thing. But they've come out with a bit of a new collection. So we have these highlighting palettes. So this is what their highlighting palette looks like, the new one. Okay, so that one was in Jewel, and this one here is in Opal, which is more up my alley. I like this lighter colored one. That might be good for when I do have fair skin. There's those ones coming out, and they do have some new primers as well. So they have a few limited edition things. And then some other things that I want to mention, standard Essence lip liners. They're really, really good. And I do actually really like the NYX 2-Timer liner, but I only like the pencil end. Like this end, it's actually really, really nice. This end just kind of like dried up for me, but I always use the pencil end. I do really like the Nude by Nature eyeliners as well. They're really nice. The Maybelline Hyper Sharp Wing Liner, I haven't actually been using that too much lately. I've been actually reaching for my L'Oreal Gel Pot Liner. I just prefer like the blackness, the color, the texture of this rather than the felt tip pen, if you know what I mean. Nail polish will be on sale as well. I always use the Opalac gel polish. This is high tea, and it's funny because my high tea, my first one, was actually like a French over kind of color, and then this one is obviously not like that. I use an LED light, which was just from Vanity Planet, and you have to use one of the lights to set the polish, but I might pick up a few other colors in that. If anything I were to pick up, it would be the polish and maybe some more shades of the Maybelline Superstay foundation. But that's kind of like all I need. I don't really need anything else. I did want to mention actually this foundation. This is the Essence 2-in-1 Makeup and Concealer Camouflage. I think that they've discontinued this, which is a shame, but if you see this, you should definitely grab it. It's actually really, really good. I think that there's a new Essence foundation that I would like to try, so I might pick that one up. I think Shanae reviewed it the other day. Side note, I'm wearing on my lips today one of these Australis Girl Boss Demi Matte Lip Creams. This one's in Loyal. How beautiful is it? These are actually so nice. I have a whole bunch of these and they're gorgeous. So if you wanted to try out a lip cream, like a lipstick, but it's really comfortable to wear on the lips, but it doesn't stay in place all day. So you've got to touch up with it. But for a liquid lipstick, it's actually really nice. I haven't used these too much, but the Superstay Matte Ink by Maybelline, this is in Loyalist, and that's actually such a nice nude color. But they've got a whole new color range coming, which reminds me. So this is their Total Temptation range. So it's got a brow definer, which is a nice thin brow pencil. And I think that that comes in a few different shades, which is really good. And then this palette, and then the mascara. Now I wanted to save all this for a first impressions review. I haven't heard amazing things about the palette, but I haven't tried it yet. If I didn't have these, I would probably want to pick them up, to be honest. Another thing is the NYX Wonder Pencil. I've used this one today in Light. I use this all the time in my inner waterline. That's a really good one to pick up as well. These also you can use like around, you've got so many uses for these, like fix up your lips and, you know, heaps of uses for those ones. So I think that that is it for my recommendations for the Priceline sale. As always, please be respectful and kind towards other shoppers and the workers there. The staff at Priceline are going to be run off their feet and trying to put up more stock as soon as they can, and more than likely if it's not on the shelf, they have sold out. You can also shop online. I've even gone in and they've checked another store for me to see if they've had it in stock, so don't be afraid to ask those questions. But yeah, please be kind, because I know what it's like to work in retail at a crazy sale time, and it is crazy. I would recommend going in early. Sometimes they have different opening and closing hours, so check with your local Priceline to make sure that their opening and closing hours, and you might be able to pop in before work or pop in after work when it's a little bit more quiet, then rather than going in on your lunch break. Yeah, hope you get everything you want to get. Let me know if there's anything I've missed. If people need to pick up things, leave it down below. Let me know what you're after, what you want to try out, and yeah, I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.